YouTube. This is going to be a quick review of Next Launcher for Android. Now, Next Launcher is a brand new revolutionary launcher for Android, and it works on just about every smartphone that's out at the minute. So it's super slick, super smooth, and it's kind of expensive. I mean, it's about £10 for the full version, which is kind of, yeah, it is kind of a lot for an Android app, but the amount you can do on this, I'd say it's well worth it. I mean, you'll kind of see why in a minute, but first of all, I mean, this is the coolest launcher I've ever seen. I mean, the animations are super slick, super smooth, and they're all pretty interesting, actually. I mean, they're not your boring old sort of sideways scroll, vertical scroll animations. There's actually a lot going on here. I mean, the whole of this launcher is sort of kind of overdoing it a bit, but it's fun. It makes things more interesting. It makes doing your day-to-day tasks just a little bit, a little bit cooler. So, I mean, I'll just quickly show you to start with 3D mode. Now, this is something a little bit experimental, something that they're sort of improving and working on, and they keep sending updates to fix this and improve the experience. But basically, this is a new way of having your launcher, and you'd arrange it just like you would on a 2D one, but it's actually visualizing a cylinder, as you can see, and even like your bottom, you can scroll there for quick settings and things. And if we go into App Drawer, as you can see, this is all looking like a cylinder. I mean, it almost looks like something out of the future. It's super, super slick, super smooth, and it all just works so seamlessly. So anyway, if we go back into the preferences, let's just switch to classic mode, and I'll show you some of the things you can do on this launcher. So firstly, this launcher has loads of its own custom widgets, none of which I've installed, but I've tried them and they are actually very, very good, and they're all free. Once you've actually installed the APK, you can do that. So, you can install your own widgets. As you can see, you can just place them on the home screen as you would any other launcher. You can actually customize them exactly to the size you want. So with most launchers where you'd be sort of snapping them to a grid of like 3x4 or 4x4, you can actually customize the exact size and height and width, to the millimeter on this. So you can be very precise with how you want it, and you can get the exact look you're looking for, which I think is really incredible. So if I wanted to say move the Play Store, for example, it'll help me line it up with all the other apps, and you can move it exactly where you want it. You could make the gap between this app and this app slightly bigger, which is an option I can't see why you'd want to do, but it gives you a lot of freedom basically. So what I'm just going to do is show you some of the really, really advanced features that you've got. I mean, for example, we've actually got an icon editor here. I mean, this is very, very rare. You can change the size, the rotation, the colors, even like the bases behind each icon. I mean, it's incredible the amount of so if I just give you an example, the amount of customization available here, and that'll just apply that to every single icon that I have, and it gives it quite a nice uniform look. So it's like instantly having an almost unlimited number of themes available. So on top of this, there's actually there's a whole host of effects that you can have, whether it be within your app drawer or within your screen transitions and the home screen. So you can actually create custom transitions, as well as just have your random transitions, and they all work really, really well, and they're actually quite sophisticated. They're more sophisticated than you would see with most other launchers. For example, if we look at this one, if you look how that turns, I mean, I think it's really, really fascinating, quite clever, works very, very well, and again, even though it's doing quite a complex thing, it's still running super smooth. I've even tried this on lower end devices like the Samsung Galaxy S2, and that still works fine, even though that device is, nearly 4 years old now, I think. So even if you've got an older Android phone, this is still a great launcher for you to have. I mean, maybe even more so on an older Android, because it'll bring it forward and help it bring it up to speed in terms of performance. So anyway, with performance, appearance, and customization, this launcher is absolutely incredible. Whether or not it's worth £10 to you is up to you, but I recommend you at least try the demo. Go onto the App Store, just type in Next Launcher and you'll find it. And, free version, then there's a paid version. If you really like the free version like I do, you might go ahead and decide to buy the real one. So, thanks for watching. Rate, subscribe, comment, like. Check out Next Launcher and have a look at my other videos.